All right, thank you everybody for coming today. My name is Carrie German. I am the Public Safety Supervisor for the City of Palmdale. And we are here to officially announce something that we are very, very excited about, something that was, passion for a lot of us staff and council in the City of Palmdale is our low-cost spay and neuter program. The program was made possible through Measure AB funding. So we want to thank our residents for being supportive of that measure, and we want them to be able to see what that is doing for our community. We are super excited to announce our partnership with Karma Rescue. Karma Rescue has been providing spay-neuter services in the Antelope Valley for several years through their own grant funding. So they have a lot of experience here in the Antelope Valley. They have some good partnerships already, and they're experts in the field of spay-neuter. So we're very happy to have such a reputable organization working with us. They are basically administering the entire program for us. We have some wonderful individuals from Karma here that are going to speak a little bit later about Karma itself and how the program is being administered, and who's our veterinarian that is assisting us with that. But at this time I would like to turn this over to Councilmember Bishop.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate everyone for being here today and everyone that's going to watch online our presentation. Today's a really exciting day because with all the crazy things going on in the world, this is something we can look at and feel good about that we're doing here right here in the City of Palmdale. So every year, millions of cats and dogs are euthanized in our nation's animal shelters because there are more pets than there are homes for them. Pet overpopulation stems from several factors. Cats and dogs reproducing with little chance of their offspring finding homes, lack of spraying and neutering, pet owners relinquishing their pets to shelters, and irresponsible pet owners. The good news is that you can now make a difference. By having your dog or cat spayed or neutered, you will do your part to prevent the birth of unwanted puppies and kittens. Spaying and neutering pets is the most effective way to reduce the number of shelter animals. We hope that with the spay and neuter program, we're going to see lower numbers as far as euthanasia and shelter intake, but particularly euthanasia, because if you can keep these unwanted litters from happening, you reduce the number of unwanted and unadoptable animals. Dogs and cats should be altered at 4 months, as at that time they can become pregnant. Did you know that just 6 years, a single pair of cats or dogs and their offspring could produce more than 66,000 kittens or puppies? So please do your part and spay or neuter your pet. So this has been a very passionate item for me in our city. I want to thank the staff for putting the time into this. I know this hasn't been easy, and the council as well for voting in support of this program. Our shelter numbers in our entire valley aren't great compared to others, and this is an area that has lots of room for improvement, and it's a very high cost item, I should say. The LA County shelter contract is one of our bigger purchases as far as our contract goes, and it's been continuing to go up. So with a proactive approach like this, it's going to be great to see those numbers hopefully go down in the future, and that allows for more of our tax dollars to be spent on things to help residents in our city rather than euthanizing innocent animals. So with that, I'll go ahead and pass it back to Carrie. And I just want to say I'm very appreciative and thankful for all the hard work and time that's been put into this. Thank you very much.
We just wanted to make you aware of a few things within the City of Palmdale. Back in 2010, the City of Palmdale adopted LA County's Title 10, which basically means that we have adopted everything that LA County requires in the unincorporated areas. And a couple of those things that are required in LA County and are now required in the City of Palmdale is that all cats and dogs be spayed or neutered at 4 months of age or older. And again, Councilmember Bishop had mentioned that at 4 months of age, that's when a female dog or cat can become pregnant. So we want to try to stop that before it happens. Another thing that the City of Palmdale did was adopt mandatory microchipping. And microchipping has been proven over and over again to be the best way to get an animal returned to you, whether the animal is lost or the animal is stolen, which we're seeing an increase in that type of activity happening. So again, in the City of Palmdale, a spay and neuter at 4 months of age and microchipping is mandatory. One of the things about spay and neuter is that when you license your animal, which is mandatory, your cost for license fees is significantly reduced. So it's a win-win for everybody. We're reducing the number of animals in the shelters and the euthanasias, as was spoken about before, but also you are going to pay less for your pet license. So with that, I am going to introduce Shannon Montoya. She is the spay and neuter director for the Karma Rescue, who we are working with, and she has an especially special guest with her. I don't know that she seems so excited, but we're very happy to have her here with us. So Shannon, do you want to come on up?
Absolutely.
And introduce this gorgeous girl?
Absolutely.
She went to get it.
I'll just leave her right there. You guys can see her.
Hello, pretty girl.
Hello, everybody. My name is Shannon Montoya, and I am the director of what we call with Karma Rescue Get Fixed, which is our spay neuter program. So Karma Rescue, we're a Santa Monica based, I guess you would call it, organization. That just means that's where our address lives. We are all virtual. We don't have a facility per se, but we're an animal welfare organization. So our focus is one thing. Our mission is to keep pets and families together. So by doing that, and how we do that is that we are providing a free service for spay neuter or low cost, as well as we help with medical vet assistance. So those are kind of the two main reasons why the main reason people are relinquishing their pets is because they don't have the financial means to take care of them. And by us being able to receive grants, donations, support, sponsorship, we're able to help those families be able to stay with their pets, which is really what they want in the end, right? They don't want to have to relinquish their pets. So that is how we work and fulfill our mission. How did we become a part of this amazing program, which I'm so thrilled to be a part of and have been working with some amazing people, is because we were working in Palmdale already. So as part of our program, we stretch kind of far and wide. We work in the county of Riverside. We're in LA, all over the place, and we know how big that area is. And we stretched all the way to the Antelope Valley. So we've been fixing animals in Lancaster, Pear Blossom, Little Rock, all of the surrounding cities. So when this program was presented to us, it was just kind of a no-brainer, I guess you could say, because we were already here doing the work. We've been here doing the work since about 2018. That's when I took over the program as well. We started off with just a sprinkling of pets, and by 2021, we were fixing over 200 pets here in the Antelope Valley. How were we able to do that? Because we had some amazing partnerships. So we were able to work with some amazing people here. We worked with some people in the city, in the county, community. We were on Facebook pages and social networks, and everybody was just on board with what we were bringing to the table. So we had a lot of support and we had a lot of interest. But again, I'm just going to take it back to what makes this program successful, and it's these individuals that are sitting right here next to me. We can't do it without the partnerships, and we can't do it without an amazing vet who had the same vision as us and was willing to just like jump on board. It was like not even a question when I brought it to the table. Like, this is what we want to do, and we want you to be able to fix a gazillion animals. Can you do this? And Shannon, tell us what you need us to do, right? So that's pretty much what Karma Rescue is, who we are, what we do. We're here to make sure that those pets, those families can stay together. But I want to introduce the amazing people that I get to work with on a regular basis, besides Carrie, because she's awesome. And I've been very fortunate to be a part of this whole process. It was a very lengthy one. But Dr. David and his team from the Animal Medical Center of the Antelope Valley, we've been working with them for, over a year. Something like that or the other. And it was just a perfect fit, and they're willing to jump right in and do what we need to do, which is hopefully fix up to 2,000 animals by the time the next 2-3 years pass. So that's what our goal is. So Dr. David, we've got a couple of his counterparts here. We've got his lead surgical tech, Paula Velasquez, I'm going to say that right. And then we've got Myra joining us as well. Dr. David, you want to say a couple things?
Sure, yeah. I'm not a great public speaker, so I'll probably start there, but thank you guys. Thank you, Shannon, and everybody here. I guess the first thing for me, which is really big for all of this, is that I I've been working as a vet for a while, mainly in LA area where I'm from, and I came out here one time to help out a friend, and I kind of ended up staying because I saw the need that we had, especially in Palmdale and the Lancaster area, because there's just such a shortage of veterinarians and so many animals, and it was amazing how much help that they needed that nobody could really provide. So I ended up staying in the area, working here, and I've been here since, and we ended up opening Animal Medical Center, Paola and I together, and our team, and now we have Myra, who's one of our managers, and Rosa as well, who's one of the managers, who's not here, who's worked with Shannon quite a bit, and Paola kind of runs the show from the back end of things. But you know, when we had the opportunity to do the spay and neuters and help the city out, it was a no-brainer for us, because we get to help, I mean, thousands of animals, hopefully, which is incredible. And on top of the population control, it helps them not get relinquished, because they end up getting a lot less health issues going forward too once they're spayed or neutered. And they end up running away significantly less. They end up, you know, getting hit by cars, unfortunately, but that happens significantly less, and they just end up living longer, better lives, and don't need expensive life-saving procedures later on. So it's really, it's a win-win, and you know, we get to do what we can we've tried to lower our costs and do everything so we can really just help all the animals out. So it's been awesome, and we really look forward to continuing this partnership.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, guys.
I'm going to jump back in here for one quick second. So I just wanted to give you a quick little update. I think Carrie shares this information though, but we started the program in June-ish, and in June we were able to fix already 32 animals. That was the end of June, and then for July we've already to this date surpassed that number, and we're on the road to hit about 100 animals this month. So we're fixing dogs, domestic cats. We're also in the doing ferals, so we've got TNR being taken care of, so it's covering everything. So very excited. We're very grateful, Karma Rescue, to be a part of this amazing program. Thank you very much for giving us everything that you're giving us to run this, and thank you very much for having us.
Thank you, Shannon, Dr. Dave, Paola, and Myra. A little bit of specifics on those numbers, those awesome numbers that Shannon shared. So in June it was 22 dogs. We had domestic cats and we had feral cats. And then in July we've had 14 dogs, 2 domestic cats, and 20 feral cats. And we do have some guests here that are going to speak specifically to feral cats, or as we are, affectionately refer to them as they are our community cats. I wanted to, before I reached out to our community partners that are going to speak on this, is to read just one of the testimonials. And this is from one of our seniors that received services from our SAVES, our South Antelope Valley Emergency Services. She was talking to one of our staff members and mentioned how a family member had come to live with her for a short period of time, and when they left 2 dogs with her that had not been spayed or neutered. So this is what she shared, and Shannon should be very proud. Dear Ms. Shannon, Director of Karma Rescue and Community Outreach, I'm so grateful that I received 2 emails from you to inform me of the spots available for my dogs to get neutered with the time and location. The appointments were expedient, quickly, with no problems with the staff at the facility. My dogs were treated well, and staff were very reassuring my dogs would be safe. Your professional and well-written emails were easily understood and appreciated. Thank you again for your help with obtaining the crucial procedures. And I greatly appreciated the funds being made available to me and my dogs. As a senior citizen, it is a struggle to fund these expensive procedures. With your reassurance, these procedures were done with no funds. I greatly appreciated it. Very quickly, we have a special guest who was able to make it here with us, and I know that she beat traffic and everything else. I wanted to introduce Monica Wiley. She is the Executive Director of Karma Rescue, and she's just joined us. So Monica, would you like to say a few words really quick?
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you for having us here, and I have to say, Palmdale is awesome. So it's one of the best kept secrets, and I apologize if I'm out of breath, but I hustled from the other building to this building, and it's hot. So I've Karma just 6 weeks now, and I love what the organization does. I just met Carrie Tuesday at our Zoom meeting, and the fact that Palmdale has come up with this wonderful plan and collaboration with Karma is not only amazing, but it sets a high standard for other communities, cities, organizations to follow. And again, sorry, I'm panting in here in the microphone, but really to be commended for your group to come up with this and to make it happen, to secure funding, because proactive funding like this is a new thing, unfortunately. So again, you're setting a standard that can be an example for other organizations and other collaborations and partnerships for the future to make communities better, stronger, and healthier for all involved. So I'm just really excited to be part of it and included today. And with Palmdale, and like I said, it's so quiet out there too. So I love it. So thank you for having me. And I know Shannon will tell you all about the wonderful things that have already happened. Oh, I already missed that part? Also, you're waiting for me. Well, thank you. And again, I loved it out here. I got here at 7:30 this morning to make sure I beat traffic, and I did. And it was awesome and just really beautiful. So I'm planning on coming back very soon. So thank you so much. And again, I'm really excited to see the changes and the impact this is going to have, not only on the budget for the animal population that go into the shelters, but also elevating that human, non-human animal bond and keeping pets with their families and promoting that throughout, not beyond Palmdale. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Monica. With that, I am going to turn it over to one of our community cat volunteers. And without them, maintaining that cat population would be absolutely impossible. We need those volunteers out there. Kelly's going to talk a little bit about how long she's been involved, what that means to be a community cat volunteer. And Kelly's also been able to bring several community cats through, and Dr. David and staff have been able to spay and neuter them. So with that, Kelly, would you like to come up?
Hello, my name is Kelly Reisman. I've been doing TNR, trap, neuter, return, in our community here for about 2 years now. We TNR'd approximately 80 cats since we began. These poor cats suffer so much. Some have URIs, have been shot with BBs, they've had degloved tails. We've paid out of pocket for inoculations. Now that our feral cat population has grown, we're averaging 4 to 6 cats per week. So I want to thank Carrie and the City of Palmdale for partnering with Karma Rescue to help alleviate the growing number of cats in our community. Now that we have this program, I'm hoping more people will get involved. Each cat receives an ear tip under anesthesia so we can track which cats we've already spayed and neutered. They also receive their vaccines, so they get a FVRCP and a rabies. By spaying and neutering just one male and one female, more than 2,000 unwanted births can be prevented in just 4 years. Cats on average have 3 litters per year, and that's 1 to 8 kittens per litter. So thank you again for this valuable program. These cats deserve a life free from pain and suffering. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. And now I'm going to have Nadia Dickinson come up, and she's going to explain a little bit more about community cats and a lot of education that I learned from her when this process was begun, just how to manage them properly. And she's a wealth of knowledge and has been an animal advocate in the Antelope Valley for a number of years. So, Nadia.
Good morning. Excuse me. First, I'd just like to say, Carrie German and the staff, and you've done a tremendous job. I've been involved in animal rescue most of my life, and I was born elsewhere, but pretty much raised in the Antelope Valley, and this is much needed. You're right. We just do not have, we don't have enough vets. We have a lot of pets. We have a very large area. and pet overpopulation has been a problem for many years. So I've been involved in trap, neuter, and return, or TNR, very actively for the last 6 years, but probably off and on for the last 20. I partner with a woman who is just dedicated to TNR. She has trapped, neutered, returned over 4,000 cats in the last 4 years. So we find ourselves begging, borrowing, and stealing appointments. We go to Fix Nation in Burbank, we go to Castaic, we grab appointments at Palmdale and Lancaster. So it's wonderful to have some support up here. It's tremendous. And I just want to say that I understand the objections to community cats, but I think most of the problems occur because the colonies have not been controlled. But one of the common misconceptions about community cats is that removing or killing them is the only way to control the colonies. This is absolutely untrue. The presence of feral cats indicates an ecological niche for approximately that number of cats. If the cats are removed, it creates a territorial opening. This is known in conservation studies as the vacuum effect, and it's observed in many other species, not just cats. Removing cats from the area might cause a temporary decrease in the cat population, but in a very short amount of time, more cats will take their place. Catching and removing or killing feral cats is futile. It's expensive, it's a deadly cycle, and it has no long-term benefits. Through TNR, community cats are humanely trapped, as Kelly said, altered, vaccinated, ear-tipped for identification, and returned to their outdoor homes where they not only continue to lead full, healthy lives, but they provide a natural solution to rodent and pest control. TNR is not just a proven method of control, it's also humane and it's sound public policy. 84% of Americans polled prefer to see their tax dollars used for sterilization programs instead of bringing cats from outdoors into shelters to be killed. This is true even when they are unaware of the vacuum effect. People simply believe, correctly so, that cats have intrinsic value to their lives and do not want them to suffer and be killed. This is a tremendous step in helping so many cats that we can live in harmony with as we have for the last 10,000 years. And thank you again. Your services are just so greatly needed, and the efforts of the City Council and Carrie German and the staff has just been tremendous.
Thank you, Nadia. So in closing, we just wanted to give a few reminders in regards to our spay-neuter program. Because it is funded through Measure AV, these services are provided to those residents that live and receive services within the incorporated City of Palmdale. We do need to be very diligent in ensuring that we do have residents, or that those receiving services are residents, so we are going to require proof of residency, whether that's through you will need your government issued ID and a utility bill that would show where you currently live. We do have a limitation to the number of animals that can receive services in a calendar year, and we also want people to know that though it is, we are covering the spay-neuter, we call it low cost for a reason, because it is not free. That if there are additional medical needs that need to be met for that animal, those costs would be burdened upon the owner, but for the most part those services are going to be very, very minimal, and the cost is going to be very minimal as well. So we do again want to make sure people understand you must be a resident of the incorporated City of Palmdale. And the application process and any questions or concerns, Shannon is awesome. Her and I have been working out all the bugs on this, and we think we have most of them down now, so the process is getting easier and easier. If you are interested in receiving these services, you will need to fill out an application, and that would be at karmarescue.org/Palmdale. You can see it here on our posters. It's on our website. It's all over the Palmdale Public Safety Facebook page. If you have any questions or concerns, Shannon would be able to help you as well by calling their 310-512-RUFF, R-U-F-F, and she'll be able to answer any questions. And also feel free to contact our Public Safety Office at 661-267-5170. And with that, Does anybody have any questions? Anything that they would like clarified or? All right. I think with all of our wonderful speakers, I think you all received a whole lot of knowledge, and we believe we fully covered all of that. But don't hesitate to reach out to public safety or to
I have a question.
okay.
Is it only in Palmdale, or do you guys do Lancaster too?
No, it is only for residents of the incorporated city of Palmdale. We try to be very good stewards of those individuals that are funding Measure AV. So we're hoping, just like Monica had mentioned, that this will be something that spurs other cities to do this, because it's a benefit to absolutely everyone. So we're hoping neighboring cities, like we're setting a precedent for that. And we would be happy to help any cities that would like to venture into this. We would be happy to answer any questions, help guide you through the process. We did a lot of work through that, so maybe we got the legwork done for you already. But our goal is to again reduce the number of unwanted animals in our local shelters and reduce the burden on our rescue. So we would be more than happy to help out any other municipalities that would like to move forward with this.
There was one question that's referencing the eligibility for this program. This program is not income-based eligibility.
No,
correct?
it is not. No, it is not. It is resident-based.
And the name of the program?
Well, it is just basically the Palmdale low-cost spay-neuter program. We tried to keep it pretty basic, nothing fancy that you had to remember. So when you see the orange background with the beautiful cat and dog with the colored eyes, we hope that stands out and is recognized as our program.
And then, Carrie, can you just repeat the Karma Rescue website and the phone number for people to
Karma
make appointments?
Rescue is karmarescue.org and then /Palmdale. And then the phone number is 310-512-RUFF. That was all. All right, thank you everybody for being here. We appreciate it.